Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Virgo for August of 2017. I can tell you, Virgo, I don't believe how fast this year is going by. It's just unbelievable. It seemed like last year it was never going to end, and this year it's almost over. I don't know. Well, I got a couple announcements before I start our reading. First one is I've done a basic prayer class that I'm going to have up. It's a audio, and it's about how to structure prayers for manifestation, for raising vibrations, and prayers for doing this kind of work, the basic structure of them. And what I've done was I was hoping that these kind of prayers would help anyone who was new into this kind of work, to help them get a structure for how to move forward into it, to get clearer messages and so on and so forth. And for those of us that have been in this work, like me, for 28 years, God, it's going up there to 30 years, that we would have something that would help us to go backwards in time to the beginning before we ever started this work, and what we basically did as we came into it. There may be something in there for those of us that do mediumship and psychic work, that if we are teaching, it would help us to get to the bottom line with people for elevation prayers, or go back in our lives to remember where we started at, because it's difficult when you're trying to relay that information and it's just become your nature or your second nature. It's no longer, it's like all gone because it all changed. And it would help you to help others to move forward on their path, because I believe all of us are going to really need to develop these abilities in the very near future. And a lot of us already are, even if we're not doing this kind of work. But I really think that a lot of us will come into this kind of work, and we need that real clear, basic bottom line. Where do we start? How do we protect ourselves? That kind of thing. So it should be available in somewhere within a month to 6 weeks is what I'm hoping for. The other thing is, on Saturday, the 15th of July, I got a message for us from Spirit, and they said it was for all of us, and it's about the eclipses that are going to happen in August. And so I looked up, when the eclipses are, because I'm not an astrologer. The first one's going to be August 7th. It's a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and it's at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I really like that number. One is like the portal to go through, and the other one to me in there is like the light to shine the way through. And the next one's going to be August 21st. It's a new moon solar eclipse in Leo at 1:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that'll be a full eclipse. And from what they were telling me several days ago, they said the message that they were giving me was for all of us, so I'm going to give it to all of you too, because it was very clear cut, and I kind of got a kick in the butt in order to do it. So this is what they said, and I have a very strong feeling that we all should really pay attention to our finances, and to be really extra careful in situations where someone else could have control of your money. That they meant like retirement funds, any accounts where someone else is handling your money, like I would assume investment accounts, and what kept coming in my head is like, maybe you have your kid is helping you pay your bills, and they're on your account because you don't have a spouse or something like that. And I got to thinking about everything. I thought credit unions, the bank, everybody has our money now. It all goes through a debit card or something like that. But they said to pay attention to it, so maybe some things are going to be mismanaged or mishandled. I don't know. This eclipse crosses the U.S. and no other nation, although I do believe when I was trying to look this up that the UK is going to be affected in some manner, but I think this is mostly going to be for the U.S. I believe and feel this is going to affect people's emotions in a very extreme way. And a lot of us are going to feel discombobulated, disordered in some manner. It was kind of like, you ever felt angry for no discernible reason, no justifiable reason, period, or maybe sometimes your anger is justified and you even surprised yourself with how you reacted because it was so strong. That's the feeling that comes from this. They said it's a wonderful time. They really, I gotta stop there because they really wanted us to understand that feeling so that we don't get stuck in it. This is a wonderful time for dynamic change. Even with this undercurrent, I was given the feeling the best thing we can all do is understand the words we speak, and the thoughts we hold in our minds carry a great deal of weight right now. So remember when we're communicating how powerful it will be and how much strength these words will carry. So choose them carefully and our impact will be great and for the good of all. They ask us to take a deep breath and a pause before we speak, that we may always use our words in a peaceful manner. I think that's a good advice at any time, but obviously it must be really important to us right now. Well, what I've done for us is I've laid 4 cards for the month. Going to use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view. We'll pull an angel card at the end to hopefully pull everything together. I want you to go look at your moon sign and your rising sign because it'll give you a more comprehensive view of the month if you know it. So, because these are just general readings, I can't just pinpoint one thing. Okay, and I don't believe these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month. Now, I'm not an astrologer. I looked up the astrology for us for the month. It's going to be in our 12th house, and that's behind the scenes events, confidential, private matters, welfare interests, charities, self-analysis, limitations, like anything that confines us. It's the house of karma. It's where the dustbin of the closet, where we sweep everything in that we don't want anybody to know about. Our secret little stash of whatever, that's where it's at. If you're interested in the astrological part, and I think based on Spirit giving me that message, you might want to go look at the astrologers. I always go look at Baruch because she does astrology and the cards, the tarot cards, different kinds of cards are beautiful with it, and she simplifies it and I can understand it better. Now we have some words here before we start. They're awakening, honesty, peace, joy, and delight. So I'm assuming everything comes out good with that awakening and honesty. Then we get the peace, joy, and delight, Virgo. Quite interesting, huh? Because our first card is the death card here. I'm like, whoa. Oh, I picked up 2 cards. Maybe there's something. Well, we got the King of Swords under there. That's interesting. Especially when I show you the rest of these cards. The death card, no, Virgo, we're not dying. This is the card of transformation. And it's pretty extreme transformation. We get this death card, it's like something that we're going to alter in our lives no matter what. And if we don't alter it, our own selves, I think that's going to be that awakening. It usually gets altered for us. But when I look at the death card, it's a card of transformation. It's transformation for the good. Spiritual development, our enlightenment, our ability to move forward. This white rose is the rose of peace, our word, and purity. And when I think of this white rose, you should think of the petals of the rose as the material plane senses, our eyes, our sense of perceptions in the earth world, and the middle of the rose is how our soul connects all those things together. So that it's a good card. It's a wonderful card because it's going to bring about change. And I believe maybe that 12th house to us this month might be, maybe there's something about us that we've chosen to change that we weren't presenting to the world before, and now we're going to. And we're going to bring it out, dust it off, what they call that, the dustbin of the closet, and transform it. And if we do that, we get all these wonderful things. This is something I believe for most of us is going to be something that we really understood that we needed to transform. So, about ourselves, so maybe if we're fighting a lot, or if we're thinking negative, maybe it's something we want to remove. Maybe we want to take different approaches to situations than in the manner that we used to before. But it's us that's going to do this. And when we're honest with ourselves, we get that spiritual awakening and that fresh start that we really want, that brings that joy and delight and that sense of peace. And with these cards, they're wonderful cards, because this first card here is the Eight of Pentacles. To me, Frankie, I tell you guys all the time, I see a pentacle, you're giving me money. So I'm an empath. All of us are Virgos out there right now, including me, Frankie. But the Eight of Pentacles is the card of either I am going into a new job, okay, this is possible because these are general readings. I am developing a new skill set sometimes to add to the skills that I had before, like to up level kind of. So if I'm changing everything, if this death card comes around our work, let's say our work environment, this card would be that we have a skill set, right, that we're really good at, but there's something else maybe we want to add to it for the new job or whatever. If this is a love relationship, maybe we are transforming, if we're in a new relationship in our life with this Eight of Pentacles, maybe our skill set wasn't so good with our past relationships, and now we've decided I'm going to learn a new way because this is something that I want or something new. So maybe we're married and we're fighting with our husband or wife all the time, and all of a sudden we get this death card and it's like, I should have had a V8. If I'd have just looked at it or developed this, maybe our lives would have been different. So they're saying take that chance, do it. This will fall in different areas of each one of our lives, but if we look at this as career, a new skill set perhaps we want to bring in, or that we have really valuable skills. So if we look at the death card as that, and this is us going into a new job, this Eight of Pentacles, going to give us better money, it's worth the extra time we take. If we look at the death card as in this is the end of a relationship, which I'll explain to you because I have another card in here that could mean that. This is the end of a relationship. I'm going to look at this because that other relationship, I'll use that death card for my transformation, develop a different way of approaching relationships, or I'll develop like what I want and what I don't want out of relationships if it's the demise of one, right? So I'm going to look at these things honestly and see with this Eight of Pentacles what it is that I need within myself right at this time to get the things that are going to bring me the joy, me the delight, right? So I'm going to say we really want to step up our game. This month we got all those eclipses and it can be really disruptive, and everything coming down at one time, it can get a little crazy. And what they're saying is our emotions can get a little crazy too. They said discombobulated or bobulated. But with this death card first, we know we're going to do the change, so it's almost like do it. Like take that awakening, the next step, peace, let it bring us that joy, let it make us happy. Because the next card we have here is the Queen of Swords. So it shows me that a lot of us, they call her the Queen of Divorce and Separation. So a lot of us may be cutting ties with our past relationships. A lot of us, maybe have suffered some kind of loss within a relationship, or even because these are general readings, suffered a loss of a job or something like that. But it doesn't have to be, maybe it is the Queen of Swords is coming in here because this is the new relationship that's coming to us. If it will be male or female because these are general readings. This would be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if it's in those sun signs. But it would be, this is the emotional component of the mental realm. The Queen of Swords holds that within her. If she's a strong, powerful force on her own. So if it's a person, this is male or female, someone that stands within their power. Maybe it's something that we're called to cultivate through this process of transformation. The Queen of Swords is one tough cookie. She can suffer loss, she can suffer betrayal, she can suffer maybe her spouse passed away. The Queen of Swords can pick her up her big girl pants and keep on keeping on. She is tough, she is straightforward, and those things which do not deserve her attention, and I'm saying it in that way because she usually has a rope around her wrist that's been cut, and she's going, come forward in my other cards. And I told another sign this. I always think when I see that card, you see what she did to that rope? Go up there and approach the throne, and trust me, you don't know where that sword's going, buddy. Maybe it's something we need to develop within ourselves. That strength of person, that strength of personality, it's going to draw to us the relationship maybe that's right for us in this awakening, the job that's right for us. Because they told me to show you the card under the death card, and it's the King of Swords. And to me, with both of these cards, that's showing new kind of partnership in some manner, but a strength within that partnership, especially if the Queen of Swords comes up with an ace. Does it mean that? The Queen of Swords comes up with an ace, and we got the Ace of Cups here. It can mean a partnership coming forward within that awakening and the changes we're making in ourselves, that being honest with ourselves, being our Virgo selves. We're good people, we're detail-oriented, we're smart. We can get anything together and we can get over anything. This is a fresh start. Emotionally, maybe that job we had was terrible. Maybe we felt like, they were terrorizing us every day. Now we have the Ace of Cups. And to me, actually, this card is spirit. The Ace of Cups, the Holy Spirit dove is in the card. Here's the lotus flower opening up in bloom. Fresh new beginning, fresh start emotionally. Perhaps this new skill set and the new job, if it comes in that area, it's going to make us so damn happy and comfortable to finally feel at peace. Maybe we weren't being honest with ourselves and we were saying, well, I have to hold on to that job because it still makes me money, and maybe our loss was we got fired because we just couldn't take it anymore. Maybe we weren't stepping up to the plate and do our job to the best of our ability if we really thought it over because we're just too fed up. Here's our fresh start. Emotionally and physically, and when the Queen of Swords shows with an ace, she means it can be a new relationship fresh start. It can mean a new baby. If this King and Queen of Swords are a partnership, get the Ace of Cups. Maybe some of us want to get pregnant. We're Virgos, we know what to do. We cross the T's and dot the I's all the time. So you know what to do, Virgo, if you don't want that in your life. Maybe a lot of us want it. We want a family. This Ace of Cups would say that's that. For those of us that this is our career, and we get the new job, or we are developing a new skill set for our old job, maybe to get a promotion or something that's going to make us really happy. That Ace of Cups is that fresh start. It's like, finally, I got the promotion that I was due, because next card here, yay, yay, we got the Six of Pentacles. Told you how I feel about Pentacles. Pentacles are money. And the Sixth Pentacle is the card of giving and receiving. He's the card of when he's giving money to people, which shows that whose hands are out down at the bottom of here. And that shows, right, that we have more than enough. He's not giving unwisely. He has a very, content look on his face, like he's happy he can do it. And if this card, because these are general readings and they can go both ways, if this is a card of that I am receiving versus I am the giver of it, but it feels very strongly like I'm the giver. But if it's I'm the receiver, take what is being given with open arms, is what they're saying to me. So we're not going to dream up any troubles for our own self. We're going to take what's given with a gratitude and thank you, with open arms. If it's a new job, if the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords are, a new partner coming in for us, we're going to, and we're receiving it. Open arms, new skill set. This isn't the past. This isn't the dustbin of the closet. We're up in our game now. We're Virgo. We're stepping forward. Whatever this card lies there, it's good. So if I'm on the receiving end, right, I am going to take it confidently, accept it, and step into my place. If it's a new love relationship with that Ace of Cups, take it, accept it, receive it openly, Virgo. If it's a new job, money comes with it, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. And remember the strength of that Queen of Swords. In that Death card, in our words, awakening and honesty, it can be a wonderful new time for us. A wonderful opening, a wonderful new time. Don't make the world's problems our own. Or maybe with this here, maybe some of the world's problems we want to make our own and we want to give, because we've done so well for ourselves with this Eight of Pentacles here, and the Queen of Swords and our Ace of Cups. Maybe we want to give to a world cause, but we don't want to carry all the world's burdens on our shoulders, which we're Virgos. We have a tendency to do that, and we don't want that right now, because this is about our awakening, our being honest with ourselves, and so that we can have that peace within us, or the joy that relationships can bring to us, and for those of us that it's not new job or new creation, like a new entrepreneurial project that I'm working on, maybe that's the new love or the new baby, new family that's coming into my life. It's a really exciting time, but I gotta tell you, Virgo, I still feel that rock and roll with us. I think it was last month, I kept feeling like a roller coaster ride. These cards, they're really straightforward, so I'm thinking that we've been doing this and waiting for this transformation card. So it's going to be, for each of us, it'll be different, but it'll be exciting because it's something that we're waiting for. So we don't want to, you know, we don't want to stir up anything or take the world's troubles on our shoulders. We want to do the transformation, do it peacefully, do it honestly, you know, maybe work to turn, if someone's our enemy, we want to turn them into a friend, different approach, those kinds of things for this month. It just seems like such a nice time if we allowed all these things to blend together. What's our word, Virgo? What was our words? Awakening, honesty, peace, joy, and delight. Be honest with yourself, Virgo. These cards, you just can't make them up. Let's see what this means. It says, look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support you and guide you through any necessary changes. Boy, if that isn't this card, right? Lean upon us for the courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus upon your true desires and they will come upon angels' wings. I love that card. It's just a beautiful, beautiful card. Let's see what the alternative meanings are. It says, you receive this card as a gentle confrontation. They're saying we have to transform, Virgo. I don't know what, each one of us, it'll be different, but it'll be good, you know. Remember, the rose means the 5 material plane senses connected to the soul, okay? That's going to be important this month. This beautiful white rose on your death card here. You receive this card as a gentle confrontation because the angels know you've been hiding from your true feelings. You've probably been afraid that if you admitted how you honestly felt, you would be overwhelmed with feelings and faced with making some necessary changes that you feel unprepared for. Yet the angels assure you that it is healthiest to face the situation honestly. They will help you with your emotions, relationships, and any support you need to make positive changes. However, the angels remind you to focus only upon your desires and not upon your fears, so that you can attract the former and not the latter. This is the 5 physical senses, material world, connected to the soul. Focus, Virgo, on what you want, not what you don't want. Only what you want. That's what the transformation, that's what the awakening's about. That's what the honesty is for, because it's going to be an exciting fresh start. It says, additional meanings, situation will improve when you face it squarely. You deserve better. I believe that, Virgo. We deserve better. Trust your own feelings even if others don't agree. Don't give away your power to others and avoid getting caught up in the illusion that this is the way it is. How many times, Virgo, have we said that to ourselves? This is the way it is. This is the way my life always will be. It'll never change. How many times have we said that? It's going to change, Virgo. Might as well do it while the getting's good. Well, Virgo, that's our reading for August, and I want to tell you all thank you for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes and your comments. I really appreciate them. I read each and every one of them, and I thank you for the time you take to write them. And I don't get a lot of time to write you back, but I wanted you to know I read everyone. And for anybody who wants to know more about me, information's down below the screen. If you want to set an appointment with me, all the information is there at the website down below on the screen here to be able to do that. All of you I've met through doing these YouTube readings, and to all of you I've met through 28 years of doing readings. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve each and every one of you. Hopefully I'll be back here next month. Bye-bye.